Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to come back with another one real quick so I can keep my promise. We're going over today. These are actually United States codes, the titles. Each one of the titles, and this is all of the titles. It's 54 titles in all, and it outlines the whole power structure, everything the way it's supposed to be. You need to go at each one of these titles. So I'm gonna show you the names of them. Alright. General provisions, the Congress, the President, flag and seal, seats of government, and the state. We got it all right here. So I'm gonna go and scan it all first. Alright. Scan it all first. Let's get it on in there. See if we can get it all so y'all can have each one of the titles. Title 24, all the way down. We're going to cover all the titles. All the way down. Alright. Alright, so that's all the titles. Starting with Title 1. Title 1 is General Provisions. Title 2 is the Congress. Title 3, the President. Title 4, Flag and Seal, seat of government in the states. Title 5, Government Organization and Employee. Title 5A, Federal Advisory Committee Act. Title 6, Domestic Security. Title 7, Agriculture. Title 8, Aliens and Nationality. This is a real important title. You're going to definitely, man, all of them are important. Just read them all. Title 9, Arbitration. Title 10, Armed Forces. Title 11, Bankruptcy. Title 11A, Bankruptcy Rules. Title 12, Banks and Banking. So banks and bankings are underneath Title 12. The whole bankruptcy rules, that's underneath Title 11A. Title 13, the census, everything about the census. You need to go and check out, do your research. Title 14, Coast Guard. So anything dealing with the Coast Guard. Title 15, Commerce and Trade, dealing with commerce and trade. Title 16, Conservation. Title 17, Copyrights. Title 18, Crimes and Criminal Procedures. Alright, that's going to be Title 18. We're going to touch on a lot of Title 18 when we come back out with our titles. This is just the introduction video to titles so people can understand titles. So you go on Google, you look up the titles, you can cover copyrights, you can cover crimes and procedures and how these things are dealt with and held. And basically this is a procedures. This is like a procedure manual for the government by their codes. And you need to know these codes. You need to know all these titles. You need to look them up. You need to read them. You need to teach them to your people. You need to understand, because this is what you're going to be using against any person that's trying. You're going to use this. You're going to have the state documents, Constitution, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. You're going to also have the Zodiac Constitution. You're going to have your name correction papers in order, which is your proclamation, your declarations. Put that on the record. Make sure that people know who you are, blood lineage. You can put that on the record, whether you get it recorded with the clerk record, whether you record it yourself on the social media site, put it up on Facebook, make that public to the, proclaim and make it public. Stand on that. Title 18, we covered that. Let's cover Title 19, Custom Duties. Title 20, Education. Title 21, Foods and Drugs. Title 22, Foreign Relations and Intercourse. We're going to cover all of these. Title 23, Highways. Title 24, Hospitals and Asylums. Title 25, the Indians, which they're not Indians, they're Moorish Americans. This is an actual misnomer. That's a code word. That's a misnomer. Indians, that don't even exist. Christopher Columbus called these people Indians when he came here. These people wasn't Indians. People were all Moors. It was all Moorish descent bloodline. These people manufactured and created these Indians because the Indian thing came from somebody giving them a misnomer tag, and the Indians was the so-called people who are the blood brethren of the Moorish Americans who gave up those Moors in order to have some type of special treatment. And then they did the acts and everything for the Indians and stuff like that, where they don't, pay taxes and things like that. You know what I'm saying? From basically turning on their own brothers, and they're Moors, and they're not Indians. Indians are the actual European blood lineages. They're the real Indians. You understand what I'm saying? The indigenous people had nothing to do with the word Indians. All right, Title 26, Internal Revenue Service. Internal Revenue Service is the accountant for the actual government power structure. They're a foreign entity. They're not a part of government. They're outside revenue service that collects for the monopolized bankers and the people who are entitled to print this counterfeit currency that we have, which are debt notes. It is the accounting agency for the corporation, but it is a foreign agency, and everything about it is unconstitutional. Title 27, Intoxication Liquors. Okay, intoxication liquors, they create the liquors, everything is a government sale. You break the government sale, you know what I mean, but they bring the intoxication, they bring the liquors, okay? They make the liquors, they manufacture the liquors. This is what they're doing. They do partnership, cooperative agreement with people who got companies who sell liquor. This is just this is that the title that government over there, so you look at that Title 27. Same thing, title for each one. Title 28, Judiciary and Judicial Procedures. Title 28A, Judicial Personnel, Financial and Disclosure Requirements. And then you have Title 29, Labor. Title 30, Mineral Lands and Mining. Title 31, Money and Finance. You're going to pay attention to that too. And Title 32, Title 32, National Guards. Title 33, Navigation and navigable waters. Navigable waters. Okay. Title 24, Crime Control and Law Enforcement. Title 35, Patents. Title 36, Patriotic and National Observance Ceremonies and Organizations. Title 37, Pay and Allowance of the Uniform Service. Title 38, Veterans Benefits. Title 39, Postal Service. Title 40, Public Building, Property and Works. Title 41, Public Contracts. Title 42, Public Health and Welfare. Title 43, Public Lands. Title 44, Public Printings and Documents. Title 45, Railroads. Title 46, Shipping. Title 47, Telecommunication. Title 48, Territories and Cellular Positioning. Title 49, Transportation. Title 50, War and National Defense. Title 58, War and National Defense, and so on. 51, National. Title 51, National and Commercial Space Programs. Title 52, Voting, Elections. So when you want to know about anything about voting, election, go in Title 52. And Title 54, National Park Service and related programs. That covers all the titles. Go back and read all of these titles. Go back and look them up. They're very important. Title 18, we're going to come back and cover crime and criminal procedures, because there's a lot of people that's going through a lot of hardship in law, dealing with criminal procedures and being put in prison and things like that for just unnecessary things, for people who carrying out commerce on people, so they, these are the human trafficking people that that's going underneath the radar, underneath contracts. All this stuff is human trafficking and contracts. You understand what I'm saying? Made into something legal where they move resources from people, around, whether that's debt, putting them in debt, taking from them, and if they don't have enough to take care of their debt, putting them in prison, and trying to dispose of them, resourcefully, as an employee inside of the corporation. And people, individual people, you're not employees of the corporation. A lot of these rules don't even really apply to, people, because they're, all of this stuff is supposed to be built off of the if you work for the government, inside of a government agency, this stuff applies to you, or any type of corporation, because the original corporation is the government corporation. So every corporation is structured and every corporation is underneath that umbrella. So whatever kind of corporation you start, it's underneath that umbrella. Okay, and that's how they make you an employee of the corporation to tax you, because you are using a paper entity inside, that is the mother of the umbrella. You can't use the baby and not expect the mother to get a benefit, in other words. So, yeah. Go back and check out those titles. I'm going to read it, baby. Moor-Moorish American National. And I'm out.